A Japanese TikToker was filming when she captured a moment where a floating, transparent figure emerged and appeared to rush straight toward her with its arms extended. Its hands were stretched forward, as if aiming for her throat. As she became distracted, the camera fell, and the video suddenly cut out. What ultimately happened to the girl remains unknown to this very day. While rehearsing speech before the bathroom mirror, this recorder failed to notice that he was being observed. A hotel guest in South Korea was recording himself, unaware that his room was haunted. One of the smaller mirrors caught the image of a ghost or spirit that was watching him from very close range. The figure appeared veiled, bearing an extremely pale face. Shaken by the incident, he posted a reel on TikTok that quickly went viral within the paranormal online community.
Is it just me, or somebody sitting next to me on my freaking couch?
Among the many things believed to attract ghosts, watching television seems to be one of them. A solitary apartment resident, while viewing TV, noticed the reflection of another person or entity seated beside him, despite the fact that he was completely alone. At that moment, the man became convinced it was something paranormal, even though it wasn't slamming doors or windows and was calmly watching TV, suggesting a strange sense of peaceful coexistence.
And my TV switched off in sleep mode. Is it just me, or somebody sitting next to me on my freaking couch?
A TikTok user uploaded this clip, stating that his door was knocked on repeatedly at first, yet no one was visible outside. Shortly after, the door began shaking inward. Moments before, something forced its way in, slamming the door toward him. Since nothing could be seen, it was assumed to be a paranormal intruder. However, some skeptical viewers argued that the recorder might have summoned the ghost or spirit himself. If there is any worse place where someone could feel trapped, it's an elevator. A CCTV camera inside an apartment building elevator captured a moment where a man traveling upward experienced a sequence of encounters. This strange entity kept showing up near the elevator doors across several floors, staring at the man who seemed to grow overwhelmed until he exited without harm. Whether this was a ghost or a spirit, it remains unclear if it was the same entity moving between floors or if there were multiple of them during the entire incident.
Casey, you seeing this? Oh my God, he's dropped!
Give me the camera.
Take it.
Give me the camera.
One night, after hearing repeated tapping noises on the windows, a strangely frequent event, the homeowner kept the curtains open, hoping to identify the cause. Later, when they entered the room, they were horrified to find a tall, hooded figure standing outside the window. Acting quickly, they grabbed a camera and filmed the entity, which looked solid and even cast a shadow on the wall, indicating it was not a light illusion. The most unsettling part, however, was how it vanished. Footage from the garden security camera showed the figure not walking away, but seemingly dissolving into the concrete patio slabs. To this day, there is no explanation for what was witnessed or where it disappeared.
Good. Quick. What's outside the door?
A man, shortly after arriving back home, discovered the presence of an unknown figure inside one of his rooms. It was concealed behind a doll and continued peeking at him. Based on its appearance, it closely resembled a witch. Some speculators suggested that the witch was in the middle of performing witchcraft using the doll until she was interrupted by the man's return. According to the man, The witch appeared to be just as frightened of him as he was of her. A man was heading back to his apartment when a shadowy figure in the hallway suddenly ambushed him. It appeared to have been waiting until he reached the corner, where it emerged and seized his leg, catching the tenant completely off guard. At first, it struck suddenly before allowing the man to hit the floor, at which point the shadow gripped his leg and began dragging him away. The footage ends with the tenant managing to escape, while the ghostly shadow seemed far from finished with him. While driving through the countryside, this motorist noticed and recorded a disturbing woman sitting in the back seat of the car ahead of him. She had a dark, unsettling face with glowing eyes and could best be described as witch-like as she continued staring directly at him. The eerie figure then began acting aggressively, as if trying to break through the rear of the vehicle and leap toward the recorder. It remains unclear whether she was an actual witch or possibly a possessed woman being transported for treatment.
Tap it on the window out. There.
Yeah.
Top window.
A man's daughter noticed something disturbing in the window while returning home and immediately called out. Their father recorded footage showing a shadowy figure repeatedly appearing in the windows, almost as if it were watching them closely. Both later reported that it seemed as though the figure was warning them not to enter the property or face consequences.
What the hell is it going to zoom in on this?
It's normally very difficult for a baby to pass through the narrow bars of a baby gate, yet for this infant, it seemed effortless. While spending time with his child and casually recording, a parent was shocked to capture the moment the baby appeared to walk straight through the gate, almost like a ghost. The bars were far too close together for even a small child to fit, making the scene nearly unbelievable. Even more unsettling was how smoothly and confidently the baby moved through, hinting that this might not have been the first time such an escape occurred, and raising questions no one could easily explain.
Okay, wait right there, baby. Daddy's gonna be right back, okay? And now this... How? How?
A group of young adults were hanging out together in an apartment when one of them noticed a frightening, uninvited presence. While they were preparing a snack, one member who was filming a vlog spotted an unknown, terrifying figure and immediately called it out. The group then rushed into the dark room where the figure had been seen to investigate, but it was nowhere to be found. Whether it was a real intruder resembling Frankenstein or a supernatural entity in physical form remains unclear, and the truth behind what they saw is still a mystery. A group of explorers and adventure seekers came across an ancient, long-forgotten cabin hidden deep in the forests of the Philippines. As they moved around the area, they realized the land surrounding it was unusually wide and open. While one member was recording the environment, the camera unexpectedly caught a dark, shadow-like figure, briefly hovering before disappearing within seconds. The sight left the group disturbed, believing it to be some kind of wandering paranormal presence, though its identity and origin were unclear. They later shared the footage online, asking others to interpret the mysterious figure they had unknowingly captured. As the homeowner was drifting off to sleep, something outside his window caught his eye. A pale, ghostly figure standing motionless in the darkness. It looked like a woman with long black hair, yet there was something unnaturally off about her, and the way she twitched and jerked made it feel as though she was trying to enter. Although the window was firmly locked, an unsettling chill gripped him, and a single thought formed. Could she be a witch? Her image lingered in his mind, keeping him wide awake. He thought about drawing the curtains, but deep down, he sensed that some things aren't so easily kept out. Among the many objects believed to reveal a possessing demon, mirrors are often cited. A father and his young son were filming together when a shocking event caught the parent off guard. When the boy briefly looked away from the mirror, his reflection didn't move with him. Watching closely, the infant's eyes turned completely black for a moment before returning to normal, after which the reflection finally followed. The unsettling incident left the father deeply concerned that his child might have been possessed by a demon.